Okay, so in the last lecture we have seen how to iterate when you have a range. As I said, in Java or any other programming languages, you define like this, right? For I equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So you clearly said 0 comma 5 instead of these steps, so that I will start from 0 to 4. When you give range 0 comma 5, it will be like I to j minus 1. But what is this I plus plus? So I plus plus will increment 1. So even by, if you don't give this, by default it will increment by 1 for every loop. But what if it has to increment I plus 2 every time? Instead of I plus plus, if it has to become I plus 2, so that means for each and every loop. So right now when you say 1 2 6 1 2 3 4 5 are being printed, right? Now if you want to print with two indexes difference, then you can give that value as well as a third argument. Let me treat this as a separate test. For k in range 1 comma 10, let's do till 10, but for every loop jump 2 indexes. That's what we were saying here. Print k. So let me print star so that output will be separated with the previous values. Perfect. Control Shift F10, and after stars, this is our new output now. You see that in general when you say range 1 comma 10 and print all the values, it should print 1 2 3 4 up to 9. But this time we were asking to jump 2 values for each iteration. So after k equals to 1 for first iteration, for next time it will add plus 2. That means k value will become 3, and thereafter plus 2, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so if you actually give 5, now what happens? It will print 1, and next iteration plus 5, it prints 6. Okay, that's it. 6 plus 5 will be 11. So 11 is crossing this boundaries. Okay, let's see. You see that 1 comma 6 is printed in the output. So this is how you can actually pass index. If you don't pass any index, by default it will be treated as plus 1 only. If you pass, then you can actually try out how many you want. Instead, you can also skip sometimes the initial index. Now let's say the same test, if I write something like this. If I don't give first argument, then by default it treats as starting point as 0. So 0 to 9, it will just print it in the output. That's it. Okay, so let me give one more print, skipping first index. Right. Something went, oh sorry, we are using m value to iterate in this range, right? So m should be the, we should print m, not k. So that's the issue. Perfect. You see that it started this time from 0. If you don't give initial index, if you pass only one index, by default Python treats this as a maximum index, and it starts from 0, and it will iterate till n minus 1. Do you remember that? Till j minus 1? We are just skipping I. If you skip I, it will start from 0 to I minus 1, which is 10 here, so 9. So 0 to 9 are printed. So this is how you can play with the different syntaxes in for loop. This syntax, if you have both first and last index. This syntax if you want to jump with specific iteration count. And this syntax if you have only upper bound. And these are the different ways you can handle in for loop. If you have list or something like that, you can directly pass that. Instead of having a range function, you can simply pass that list and your for loop will iterate into that list. Alright, so that's about for loops. In our next lecture, let's talk about while loop. Alright, thank you.